I feel like there's a conversation you're having with yourself about time.
Definitely.
And how you're going to manage who you think you are, who you want to be,
Yes.
who you're going to be,
Yes.
relative to how much time you've lived.
Yep.
And how much time
is
left.
Yeah. And I never, not until this time have I been there. Like, now. That song couldn't have been written 5 years ago, 7 years ago. It was written in 2020. When I was probably 20, I started writing at the end of 2019 into 2020. But it was in the kind of in a heightened feeling of loss, just feeling straight up like lost, mixed with the ever-present bullshit of, I'm supposed to be here at this point in my life. I'm supposed to. Well, that didn't happen. Am I gonna dwell on that? Am I gonna live in that? Or am I gonna move forward? I've always felt like I was a little ahead of my time. I've always been a little teeny bit of an old soul, especially when it comes to music. And so, yeah, that song, I consider that a little bit of my midlife crisis song. Because you do hear a lot in life. You know what? I wrote this line. How many times have I heard that you've got nothing but time? Because I always had this thing for wanting to be older. Like now, this generation, nobody want to be old. It's like, live like it's your last, you're young for life, never getting old. But for me, for some reason, I wanted to be, it was more so wanting to be grown. Yeah. I wanted to be an adult. Yeah. I wanted to make my own rules. I wanted to be like Janet and have control, right? And people would be like, slow down, you don't have nothing but time. I would hear that a lot because people recognized that in me, that I wanted to like.
Because that's what you tell young people.
Yeah, that's what you tell young people. You ain't got nothing but time. You slow down and enjoy life, you know? And so, and coupled with the fact, just as a funny aside, that I've always looked a lot younger than I am. So when I was like 15, I looked more like 12, you know, like 11, like real tall. Like I didn't really look, still having people like, you're not pushing 50, right?
Same, yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I make this joke that something with 76, 74.
I agree.
We had something special in our milk or something. I don't
know.
There you
go. There you go.
It's like every time too.
I agree.
Like, so I knew you was from that same, yeah. But I never, ever felt until more recently that time is like speeding up now. Like time is feeling like it's running out for am I gonna be anything in this music world? Am I gonna have a husband? Am I gonna be a mama? All these questions that have to do with like, time is about to start ticking faster now. What you gonna do? This is where you are. Did you think you were gonna be here? That was what that song, it was all contemplating. And it was like definitely, a lot of my songs are either stories or conversations with myself. So that song was definitely a conversation with myself. Like, how many times have I said, damn, time is running out. Like, I gotta stop living in the past, man. Like, I better start like living in, I've always wanted to be in the future. I'm in the future. It's, you know, I've always been kind of fast moving, wanting to go, go, go. Well, you better live now, because now it feels like time. It felt like when I was young, I could never just, I can't wait till I'm 10. I cannot wait till I'm 16. I cannot wait till I'm 21. I'm 40. 45.
I'm 45.
You know what I mean?
I'm 46, yeah.
And so as my birthday approaches, and I think about this more often, that song is really, and I've had a lot of grown folk tell me that song hits them in a special way because they can relate to that, you know?
And it's, loving the way learning about you made me feel. I feel all of it. Mm-hmm. I don't have much left. All of the things that I felt was keeping me back from loving and embracing and being loved, I had to address because of time. I recognized that it wasn't serving me to hold on to these things and to stop putting the responsibility of external forces and people to, you know, kind of right whatever quote unquote wrong I felt was in me.
Yeah.
And that's the path that I wanted to take with the conversation about the relationship piece. And
Yeah.
and as opposed to tweaking the characteristic of the man, whether he's an introvert or extrovert, whether he's a pretty boy or
Am I tweaking in here?